Welcome to Framework Fortune. I'm your host, Ben, and this is the start of my journey into crypto. It's 2021. It's a new year. Happy New Year to everybody. This is going to be more than just trading. Originally, I planned on trading crypto live like I do the day trading stock market live streams in the morning, but I decided instead of just doing the trading, since this is new to me as well, I would go through and we would just learn together everything we can about these cryptocurrencies, how they work, and we're going to break this up into multiple live stream segments until we get to full on trading. I am going to try to attempt to make a trade today at some point. But first, we're going to do some research, and I'm going to give the stream here a few minutes for everybody to get in here and follow along with us. The article I've got pulled up that you can see in the background here, well, I've got it blocked with my logo, but I'll remove that shortly. But the article I pulled up is in the description below, as well as affiliate links to Webull and Coinbase. If you sign up with those links, you will get stuff. You know how affiliate links work. I don't need to explain that too much, but if you're looking to sign up, that's a good way to do it after all this. But let's get into it. How you guys doing? So we got a few people in here already. Are you guys fired up? Are you ready? It's 2021. It's a new year. It's a lot of opportunities going to be coming your way if you're an investor. Daniel B, what's up, buddy? So you and Borat, you're excited. All right, good. I'm glad to hear that. So let's go ahead and dive into this. I'm going to take this emblem off there. And like I said, this link to this article is in the description if you want to follow along with me. And I'm also going to cut these live streams down into smaller videos as well that I will post later. So if you don't get to join a live stream or you don't have that much time to watch the whole entire live stream back later, you'll still be able to watch quick little clips from it as we learn stuff. So the first thing we got to do, what's the first thing we got to do? We got to research. Research. It's all about this knowledge. Investing in your brain is the most important thing that you can do. Your brain is the best investment. So anytime I'm starting something new, I have to start with research. And the first question is, what is crypto? I'm sure some of you probably have heard of it. Some of you might know about it already. Some of you might be professionals at trading it. Who knows? But I'm a beginner. I'm new to crypto, and we're going to dive in, see what's happening here. So if you want to pull up that article and read along with me, let's find out what it is. So it's a digital or virtual currency that is secured by See, I'm going to have problems with this word. Cryptography. That sounds right to me. We'll go with that. Which makes it nearly impossible to counterfeit or double spend. Many cryptocurrencies are decentralized networks based on blockchain technology, a distributed ledger enforced by a disparate network of computers. A defining feature of cryptocurrencies is that they are generally not issued by any central authority, rendering them theoretically immune to government interference or manipulation. So most of these are decentralized. These cryptos are. Governments can't control them or manipulate them, at least as of right now. We're going to find more about it right here. You can see key takeaways. A new form of digital asset based on the network that is distributed across a large number of computers. This decentralized structure allows them to exist outside the control of governments and central authorities. The word is derived from the encryption techniques which are used to secure the network. Blockchain, which are organizational methods for ensuring the integrity of transactional data, is an essential component of many of these cryptocurrencies. Many experts believe that blockchain and related technology will disrupt many industries, including finance and law. And the little tidbit of research that I've done before this, I've learned that I think this is probably going to disrupt those industries quite a bit here in the future. It's definitely a new technology that has been around for a little bit, but not very long. So it's kind of like the wild, wild west of investing right now. But many people get rich during these opportunities when these new investment things come out. the people who are ready to jump on board and learn about it, there's opportunities to really make a lot of money. Of course, there's opportunities to lose a lot of money too. That's why you got to do the research. So let's see. We got some crypto criticism here. Used for illegal activities, exchange rate volatility, and vulnerabilities of infrastructure underlying them. However, they have also been praised for their portability, divisibility, inflation resistance, and transparency. And you'll see a lot of different financial people tell you, depending on where they're at, like Peter Schiff, who's a big proponent of precious metals like gold, he will tell you it's not a physical asset, so he doesn't like to invest in it. But gold is hard to carry around. If you've got $100,000 in gold, you're going to need a wagon to pull that around. I mean, that's going to be quite a bit of gold. Well, maybe not 100,000, but if you got a million, let's say, you got millions, or somebody like Peter Schiff, you're going to need a wagon for all that gold, where crypto, you just need your cell phone. So the convenience of crypto, to me, seems like a pretty good value. Now, it is new. Like I said, it's that wild, wild west. So there's many different cryptos, as we'll find out as we're going along. But there's definitely some value to be found, and as long as people are buying and selling it, then there's value there. It's all about supply and demand, and this is why I really kind of like crypto quite a bit more than a lot of other investments, is because the governments cannot interfere with it, so supply and demand is left to do what it's supposed to do. And when you have that, when you have a complete, free and open supply and demand market, then you don't have to worry about nonsense like money printing and all of that. So let's continue on here. And if you guys want me to stop or slow down, let's see what Daniel B there. I was about to say, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, go ahead and throw them in as we're going along, and we'll work on it. Government can't control that because it is virtual, so it doesn't exist. And Daniel B is one of those skepticals of cryptocurrency. You can see there, it doesn't exist. Now that's the Peter Schiff argument, is that you can't hold it in your hand. There's no tangible value because it's not actually real. It's a digital currency, which I get that argument. I was on that side for a long time, but the ease of being able to send money and do all this over your phone and have a digital payment, it just is the future. You have to either get with the future or stay in the past. So we'll see. Will Bitcoin be the one that continues to grow and be the main global exchange of money? Who knows? That's all speculation. But there is something to these cryptocurrencies. I think there's some real value too. As you can see, the types of cryptos, the first blockchain-based crypto was Bitcoin, and still remains the most popular, most valuable. If you guys have been paying attention to it at all, you can see it's all the way up to 29,000 something. A little bit earlier today, almost to 30,000. And we'll look at those charts here in a little bit and go over some of that. But yeah, there's thousands of alternate cryptocurrencies with various functions and specifications. Some of these are clones or forks of Bitcoins, while other new currencies were built from scratch. And from what I've seen, there's a lot of currencies, and they all have some different type of types of things that they do. So we'll be looking at all that when we get into Coinbase, and we'll see all about these Bitcoins. But like I said, we're starting off in the beginning. This is beginning stage of becoming an investor in something new. So you got to do the research, and that's what we're doing. So maybe a little boring in the beginning, but got to get through it until we get to the exciting part of trading. So then you can see there, it was launched in 2009 by an individual or group they don't even know, but the name is Satoshi Nakamoto. I don't know if I said that right, but you guys can tear me up in the comments over that. In 2019, there was over 18 million Bitcoins in circulation with total market value around 146 billion. That price has definitely went up for sure. Some of these competing cryptocurrencies spawned by Bitcoin's success, known as altcoins, include Litecoin, Peercoin, Namecoin, and as well as Ethereum, Cardano, and EOS. Today, the aggregate value of all these currencies is around 214 billion, and Bitcoin represents more than 68% of that total value. So let's see, what is this important message here? Some of the cryptography used in cryptocurrency today was originally developed for military applicants. At one point, the government wanted to put controls on cryptography similar to the legal restrictions on weapons, but the right for civilians to use cryptography was secured on grounds of freedom of speech. So that's a little worrisome. You know, there's kind of been on an attack on freedom of speech in the U.S. and a lot of other countries are already going through that. So hopefully crypto remains protected, but we'll see. And then, of course, we're talking about the blockchain technology here, which is an online ledger of all transactions that have been conducted, thus providing a data structure for this ledger that is quite secure and is shared and agreed upon by the entire network of individual node or computer maintaining a copy of the ledger. Every new block generated must be verified by each node before being confirmed, making it almost impossible to forge transaction histories. So it's pretty secure, is what I'm getting from this. Let's see here. The serious potential for uses like online voting, crowdfunding, and major financial institutions such as JP Morgan Chase see the potential to lower transaction costs by streamlining payment processing. So that's a big thing right there. When you have major companies like this, like Chase, jumping in because they see a way to lower their cost and get faster transactions, well, that's something they're probably going to go to. Personally, I'm starting to think that fiat currencies are a thing of the past and we're going to need some new type of currency. And I think a lot of businesses, major corporations, are already getting on board with these cryptos and how to use them. I know there's plenty of sites that sells. I got distracted by a comment there, yeah. Anyway, let's see what we got. H Nature Trader, Happy New Year, buddy. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, they're basically, these banks are going to start adopting it. If it's going to lower their costs, then they'll probably start adopting it. And then right here you can see, because they are virtual and not stored on a central database, a digital cryptocurrency balance can be wiped out by the loss or destruction of a hard drive if a backup copy of the private key does not exist. At the same time, there's no central authority, government, or corporation that has access to your funds or your personal information. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, but in the current state of things right now, this right here is a big deal. There's no central authority, government, or corporation that can access your funds or personal information. And, you know, there's a lot of corporations like Facebook, Instagram, don't ban me YouTube, but YouTube, who has got access to a lot of your stuff. So here we got advantages and disadvantages. And if I need to slow down, or you guys like want to talk about anything during the middle of this, just go ahead and pop it in the live stream. I'm not going to be just going straight hard all the time. This is a learning experience together. So I want you guys to be asking questions, because I may miss something. You know, this is the best way to learn is to learn with multiple people, so you have multiple different perspectives. And I know Daniel B is going to be on my ass the whole entire time about this, because he does not like the idea of cryptos. So that's fine too. We can debate about it. Let's talk about it. Let's learn about it. That's what this is all about. I want you guys to join me on this journey. So you guys feel free to speak up at any time. Don't worry about interrupting me or none of that. So let's look at some of these advantages. They hold the promise of making it easier to transfer funds directly between two parties without the need for a trusted third party like a bank or a credit card company. So that's a pretty big thing. If you take out the middleman, your cost is going to be cheaper. And that's, I think, what Chase was talking about, making those transfer costs a lot cheaper if they don't have to pay a middle party to handle that. So, and you can see they're secured by the use of public keys and private keys, and different forms of incentive systems like proof of work or proof of stake. So that's something we'll have to get into a little bit later. We'll save that for probably another episode of looking into those things, but because I don't really know what those are that well. That's going to be something new. So, in modern cryptocurrency systems, a user's wallet or account address has a public key, while the private key is known only to the owner and is used to sign transactions. Fund transfers are completed with minimal processing fees, allowing users to avoid steep fees charged by banks and financial institutions for wire transfers. So, if you've ever done a wire transfer, they're not efficient. They're expensive and they're slow, and it's a lot of times it's a headache if you have to call your bank and try to do a wire transfer. So that's something where there's a problem. Where there's a problem, there's an opportunity for something to fix it. Crypto could be that opportunity. So here's the disadvantages. They makes them well suited for a host of illegal activities such as money laundering and tax evasion. I mean, that exists anyway. You know, that exists with any currencies or anything. That's existed since the beginning of money. That there's been people money laundering and evading taxes and all that stuff. That's nothing new. So I mean, it's not like that's really that big of a disadvantage. It exists already. But then we have a however here. Cryptocurrency advocates often highly value their anonymity, citing benefits of privacy like protection for whistleblowers or activists living under repressive governments. Some cryptos are more private than others. Let's see. So H&H Trader, you said you was into crypto for a little bit. You started with Coinbase. For me, the security back then was very under par, which is why I got away from it and I built my own wallet. Nice, that's interesting. See, I didn't even know you could build your own wallet. So that's something new I just learned. I didn't even know you could do that. So that's what I'm talking about. Thanks for that input. That's great right there. That's why I wanted to do this. I wanted you guys to join me on this journey and we can learn together. So I really appreciate that input because that's something I'm going to look into for sure. All right, so back to this. Bitcoin is relatively a poor choice for conducting illegal business online since the forensic analysis of the blockchain has helped authorities to arrest and prosecute criminals. So, Bitcoin itself apparently is not susceptible to the money laundering and tax evasion. If they're making an arrest with Bitcoin, which is fine, it shows the ledgers, it's public ledgers, anybody can look at those. But there is more privacy-oriented coins, Dash, Monero, or Zcash, which are far more difficult to trace. I mean, that's under disadvantages that are difficult to trace, but you can make an argument that that's also an advantage at the same time. So, and then we got the criticism. This is why I like to hear the criticism. Daniel B, feel free to jump in here anytime and start picking apart all this crypto stuff. I know how much you hate it. I know you're sitting there just waiting. Just anytime you feel like it, let's talk about it. So since market prices for cryptos are based on supply and demand, and that's what I said earlier, it's a free market, open source supply and demand, which is going to give you the best opportunities to make money because the government is not fucking it up. That's what they normally do. So the rate at which cryptos can be exchanged fluctuates widely since many of those ensure a high degree of scarcity. Bitcoin has experienced some rapid surges and collapse in value, climbing as high as 19,000 and before dropping to around 7,000. Hold on, I got a call. Give me 5 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. This is the problem with live streams. You know, when you're live streaming and you're a busy person like I am, you get calls, and some of them are important. You just got to answer them. So I apologize for that, taking that time away from you guys. But don't worry, I'm not going to cut this stream short for any reason. We're going to go as long as we have to. So let's see. H&H Trader's talking about building a wallet. The problem is you have to constantly update security protocols yourself, which is a heck of a process. I bet it is. I'll have to look back into it, though. I'm sure my wallet has fallen way behind. Yeah. Well, you know, that's the thing with investing. There's been plenty of opportunities. Like Bitcoin is that perfect example. I was hearing about Bitcoin back in the day when it was super, super cheap, and I just completely ignored it. So, you know, a lot of us are in that boat. It happens to investors. You're going to run into that where you buy something early and you're like, yes, this is going to do good, and then it doesn't do nothing, and you just get out of it, and then a couple years later, whatever, it skyrockets like Bitcoin. Those type of things are going to happen all the time in the investing world. It just happens. So don't kick yourself too hard. I've had plenty of those. I've had plenty of those in the stock market for sure. I mean, you guys will see me trade, and I'll trade a stock and I'll take a small loss on it, and then 2 hours later the stock will rip $3 or $4. So it happens a lot. And then we can see here, cryptos like Bitcoin are not rooted in any material goods. Some research, however, has identified that the cost of producing a Bitcoin, which requires an increasingly large amount of energy, is directly related to its market price. That's an interesting thing, that it's saying the amount of energy it takes to produce Bitcoin, because we have a lot of, especially like with this World Economic Forum and the Great Reset. If you guys have been on the other channel and where I've touched on that some, they're wanting to pretty much change to the stakeholder capitalism, and they want to make everything green energy. So that could be a good thing for Bitcoin because it uses such a large amount of energy, that we have more sustainable energies, and that may be what they're thinking. From what I've seen, I'm guessing, I don't know this for sure, but I'm guessing this great reset that they're wanting to do is going to be based around a digital global currency. Whether it'll be Bitcoin or something else, who knows? Probably won't be. It'll probably be some one world government cryptocurrency that they make themselves so they can control it, which will only make the value of these other cryptocurrencies that they can't control more valuable, because everybody who doesn't want to be controlled by the government will be putting their money in these cryptos and stuff. Or at least I would think. So that's something to think about. They're highly secure, but other aspects of the ecosystem, including exchanges and wallets, are not immune to the threat of hacking. In Bitcoin's 10-year history, several online exchanges have been the subject of hacking and theft, sometimes of millions of dollars worth of coins stolen. So that's a problem. And I guess that kind of correlates with what you were saying, HH Trader, that to build your own wallet, you got to continually update it with that security, because I'm sure, I mean, if hackers can hack into the United States government, then there's no reason why they can't hack into any of this. You try mining crypto is the biggest waste of time and energy. Well, from my understanding, I looked into mining it a little bit. Back in the day when it first started, it seemed like you could make some Bitcoin and make some good cryptos with the mining. But from my understanding now, China has cornered that market, and and I've seen pictures of this. There's warehouses full of huge computing machines that they're using to mine these cryptocurrencies and stuff. So they're stocking up on them. And that's China for you. So it's all open. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. It's the wild, wild west. That's what I was saying earlier. These cryptocurrencies, it's the wild, wild west. People are going to get extremely rich, and some people are going to lose everything going into this. But the people who don't know what they're doing are the ones who are going to be losing extremely bad. So that's why it's so important. I keep saying you got to invest in this. That brain is your best investment. So yeah, I mean that's a good point. And then on the other channel, Greg, my father-in-law, on the Swamp channel, he's into cybersecurity and all that. He's worked for a cybersecurity company for a long time, and he was saying kind of the same stuff about the election voting and all that. Those machines, pretty much the whole cybersecurity space is pretty wild. There's not really anything stopping it, but that's the future. That's what we're going towards. So even with these problems, there's still potential advantages, like possibility of preserving value against inflation. And that right there is the biggest reason why I've gotten into cryptos, is because of this rise in inflation, the money printing that they're doing, these crazy omnibus bills that our government is putting out, and then this big group of high-profile billionaires and top people of governments and stuff blatantly talking about this great reset and all of that. You want to look for a store of value against inflation and against whatever the craziness is that they're going to do. Gold and silver has been kind of the store of value for a long time to keep your value safe, but crypto's becoming more and more popular with doing that. And then you see facilitating exchange while being more easy to transport and divide than precious metals. And I was just talking about precious metals. And existing outside the influence of central banks and governments. Now, I still invest in precious metals. I've got silver, gold, platinum, palladium. I keep all that around. I want it on me. I don't invest in any exchanges for that stuff. Like there's exchanges like Peter Schiff's website where you can buy the gold and they store it for you. I don't want anybody having my gold or silver. I want to have it myself in case shit hits the fan. I've got some type of value there that I can buy plane tickets or whatever the hell I need to buy to do whatever I need to do at the time. So some of this might sound a little conspiratorial. Trust me, I know, but 2020 was a crazy year. I don't think 2021 is going to be any more tame. I think it's going to be even crazier. And this Great Reset stuff, you can go do your own research on it. It's right there on the World Economic Forum's website. They're not hiding it from anybody. They're straight up telling us. So it's something you got to look at. But even without that, you just look at the national debt clock and you see that the U.S. is in $27 trillion in debt and they're still printing out money. Like those stimulus checks for $600 just hit. All that money came from money printing. So every time a dollar comes out of that money printer, the value of your money goes down. That paper money is becoming garbage and garbage by the day. It's not even going to be worth wiping your ass with at the rate we're going. So exactly. Everything is possible now. But here's the thing. I don't know if that Great Reset shit is them trying to hoodoo people to buy, cryptos or whatever. I don't know what their plan really is. Who knows? But what they're telling us is they're going to do this Great Reset and turn into stakeholder capitalism. So, I mean, they're telling us that. What they're not telling us is the scary part. So that's why I'm like, I'm putting my money in other places besides fiat currencies, because, them paper dollar bills ain't worth anything. See, gold. See, here's the biggest difference between gold and cryptos for me, or any precious metal and cryptos. Those precious metals, if you have them on you, they're used in electronics, they're used in all kinds of things, jewelry, and they've been used forever as currency, no matter what is going on. Like, for as long as humans have existed, silver and gold and other precious metals and diamonds and gems have been traded for value. So they always have value for something. Where Bitcoin, which Daniel B. will agree with this, like I said, it doesn't really have a tangible value. It's not something you can hold in your hand, but it does have an online value, which that's the thing that kind of makes me nervous about it, because if a hacker went and turned off all the Wi-Fi and internet in the world, which would be a big feat, he'd be a hell of a hacker to do that. But if they did that, then your cryptocurrency doesn't exist anymore. So that's why I still say, even though I'm starting to go towards these cryptocurrencies, I still am putting some of my money in gold and silver. Now, it's your money. You do what you want. But I'm just being careful. And then you can, let's see, protect your retirement with the right strategy. So that looks like, oh, okay, no, that's like a little. So, okay, that's the whole article of the Bitcoin here, of what is cryptocurrency. So that's the first page of that. Yeah, you're exactly right. Natural resources is a very, very good thing. That's some other stuff. I'm going to be starting a new series. This is one series we're starting this new year, but I'm going to be starting another series and other things you can invest in besides stocks. One of the cool things that I've been looking into is these other investments like song royalties. There's an exchange where you can buy different song royalties that will continue to pay money every time the songs get played. If you know anything about the music industry, that's pretty neat. But as far as natural resources, there's these farm funding sites and stuff where you can buy shares into farms where you own a little piece of the farm and you get paid profits when they sell the harvest. That's something we'll be looking into. So there's a lot of different things you can invest in other than stocks and savings accounts. I tell you right now, if you have money sitting in a savings account, you might as well take that money out and smoke crack, because you're losing that money just as fast as smoking crack with it sitting there and the stimulus coming out like it is and all this money printing. So you don't want a savings account. You're not going to beat inflation with a savings account. It's just going to destroy the value of your money. So you got to find other ways to protect your value. So let's hop over here to strategy and education, see what we got here. I'm not exact. People are using government's resources to connect online and think the government didn't plan on people trying to be anonymous. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. I don't know. As soon as you let me know what you kind of mean. Sometimes I misread things, so I don't know. Maybe I'm misreading it. See, cryptos have shown relatively low correlation to economic fundamental data in other markets, leaving technical analysis and crypto-specific news as the main drivers for analyzing. See, I told you I can't read. I just said that, and then I can't even read this one sentence on here. So that's interesting. They have a low correlation. I'm not going to take Investopedia's word for that. We'll actually look at Bitcoin's chart here in a second. Actually, let's do it right now. Let's go do it right now. Let's find out. Why not? So let's pull up Webull here. So I give it a second to load there for you guys. Oh, here we go. There we go. There you go. Now you can see Webull. Sorry. I got multiple things up running on my streaming software here. So here's Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin. That's the year chart. This is so 2018. This is all as far back as Webull's got. You can see that chart there. So let's pop over to the SPY and see if that's any different. Why does Webull only go back to 2002? there's probably a way to change that, but let's see. Let's make it a smaller time frame. Okay, it did go back to 2. Okay, it is going back. Never mind. So here we go. Let's go with this. So from 1996, let's see how close Bitcoin is following the market. Yeah, Bitcoin's not following the market that much. Let's see, when did it dip? It dipped in 2018, so let's see if there was a dip in the market in 2018 in the stock market. 2018, a little dip, but not much. So yeah, they're not that correlated. Let's look at Litecoin real quick here. Yeah, Litecoin has a little bit of different chart as well. So yeah, not too much correlation there. Interesting. And then let's pull up another thing here. Let's pull up gold. Bam. Okay. Oh, you're referring to crypto being stripped from its owners by government or hackers? Yeah, see, that's one of my concerns too, is the government getting a hold of it and being able to control it. That's something I'd be worried about with holding it too long, if the government can somehow get away from it. So let's see, here's a 100-year historical chart of gold. So let's look at that. See, back to 1950. And you can see how much gold has come up an ounce. And here lately, it's getting back up to these highs that it was back. And see, right here when gold spiked is when they took it off the gold. When they took the U.S. dollar off the gold standard. And you had this big spike. And then since the gold standard, inflation has constantly dropped the value of the dollar. And especially in 2000, the bubble really started getting big. 2008, the housing market crash, and you can see gold shot through the roof back then, and it's not lost too much value, and it's actually gaining value again. So that's one of those things where gold on a chart basis has some up and downs like crypto. It's hard to say. All investments are going to be inherently risky, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. But the best thing to do is try to protect yourself from whatever does happen. So that's why I'm saying, I've got gold, silver, and I got a little crypto, and I'm going to continue trading crypto. But the way we day trade stocks, I think there's some merit there to day trade crypto. And if you can make money day trading crypto, then your money is not in those cryptos for the government to take. So that is maybe a possible workaround. So let's go into this a little bit. Oh, so they've got all kinds of strategies. So all types of articles on Investopedia to learn from. Investopedia is not a sponsor. But let's look into this real quick here. The 10 most important cryptos other than Bitcoin. Let's learn about more than just Bitcoin. See, virtual currencies such as Ethereum and XRP are becoming more popular. Now, I just noticed that Coinbase said they're stopping exchange of XRP, so I don't know what's going on with XRP. Like I said, I'm new to all this, but I just saw that notification yesterday, I think. And then some altcoins are being endorsed for superior advanced features vis-a-vis Bitcoins. So we looked at the what are cryptocurrencies. We don't need to do that. So here's Ethereum, number one alternative on their list. Decentralized software platform that enables smart contracts and decentralized applications to be built and run without any downtime, fraud, control, or interference from a third party. The applications are run on its platform-specific cryptographic token. I guess that's Ether or Ether. I'm not sure. Now it looks like Ether. I think that's how you spell Ether. But Ether is a vehicle for moving around on the Ethereum platform and sought by mostly developers looking to develop and run applications inside Ethereum, or now by investors looking to make purchases of other digital currencies using Ether. And Ether is the second largest digital currency by market cap after Bitcoin, and it lags behind the dominant Bitcoin as well. Let's see, they launched pre-sale in 2014, which received an overwhelming response in their initial coin offering. So ICO, that's initial coin offering. That's going to be similar to an IPO in the stock market. You have those initial price offerings. That's the word I'm looking for. And then so that's going to be a similar thing. ICO, IPO, pretty much same thing. According to Ethereum, it can be used to codify, decentralize, secure, and trade just about anything. Following the attack on the DAO, Ethereum was split into ETH and ETC. So that's Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. ETH had a market cap of 15 billion and a per token value of 142. And that's went up quite a bit. We'll hop over and look at that. And here's Ripple. That's what XRP is Ripple. So I'm interested in figuring out why Coinbase is not selling Ripple. And we'll pull Coinbase up in a minute and look at it. So that's a global settlement network, offers instant, certain, and low-cost international payments, enables banks to settle cross-border payments in real time. So that's a pretty nice thing with end-to-end transparency at lower cost. So that's one of those things we were talking about with Bitcoin, where that's some of the value. These banking systems can adopt these to lower their cost and all that. And Ripple's consensus ledger is unique in that it doesn't require mining. And if any of you guys already have any of these cryptos, let me know what your experience is with them. If you guys have bought them before, or if you're still holding them. Because, Bitcoin's the big popular one. Bitcoin could be in a bubble right now as high as it has went. But at the same time, with everything else going on in the world, it may not be a bubble. It may just be demand, because supply is low of Bitcoin. I think there's only 20 million Bitcoin in circulation. And if all of the banks and stuff are starting to buy it up, then you're going to see the price skyrocket. And of course, it also means that those banks could dump it if they're owning it, or big investors, whatever they are. So just let me know if you guys have traded any of these or have any experience with them, and let me know what you think about them. Like I said, I'm not too interested in Ripple though, because like I said, they're stopping trading it on Coinbase. So hopefully we'll find out more about that. Litecoin I am interested in. Litecoin I find very interesting. So this is one of the first cryptos to follow footsteps of Bitcoin, as has often been referred to as silver to Bitcoin's gold. It's created by Charlie Lee, an MIT graduate and former Google engineer. Interesting. Based on an open source global payment network that is not controlled by any central authority and uses script as proof of work, which can be decoded with help of CPUs, consumer grade. Although Litecoin is like Bitcoin in many ways, it's a faster block generation rate and hence offers faster transaction confirmation time. So it's actually quicker than Bitcoin. Good to know. There are a growing number of merchants who accept Litecoin. As of January 2020, Litecoin had a market cap of $3 billion and a per token value of 46, making it the sixth largest crypto in the world. That price is a lot higher. So let's actually do this. Let's go pop into Coinbase here and take a look at Coinbase. Let's see here. I got to get it up for you guys. And then we will, okay, so here we are in Coinbase. Whoops. There we go. That's a good question. That's a good question, H&H Trader. From some of the stuff that I've looked at, they're already starting to do loans and financing with crypto, so I could very easily see some type of crypto type of ETF, like you're saying, where crypto could own smaller cryptos. There's a lot to it. But you can see some of these cryptos here. Bitcoin's up to 29,000. It's up what, almost 1% in the last 24 hours. Some of these other ones are down. Algorand is slowly climbing. Excuse me. And I actually bought a little bit of Algorand already because whoops, don't look at that. Don't look at that. Look away. I bought just a little bit of it. I don't have a whole lot, but this is why I bought a little bit of right here. As you can see, estimated annual reward rate of 6%. And if I can figure out how to... See, I'm new to this Coinbase platform as well. I've only been on here for 2 days, so I've been using my phone. Oh, here it is. Here's the wallet. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Right here. Algorand rewards. And you can see lifetime rewards. This is what I've earned so far from holding it. I've earned, and I bought it last night. So, and it's not very much. You can see right there my balance is only $22. This is a very cheap algorithm thing. Don't look at my payment method. Get out of here. Get. I don't know how to hide that stuff. Don't hack me. Don't take my money. Please don't. Yeah, you can see this. It's going up by the second. Right here in this bottom right-hand corner, these rewards are going up by the second. Of course, it's not very much. Like I said, from last night to today, you know, I've almost got what would you call that? A 1% of a Algorand, but I only have $20 invested. Actually, I think it was like 18 or 19 that I originally got in, but Algorand's actually went up a little bit. And then I already got some of the rewards for these rewards. Yeah, so you can see right here, Algorand rewards received. That was what I earned last night. You get these rewards every day. And then you got rewards pending. I got some more coming in for today. So it's very interesting. So for $20, I mean, I've not made very much so far in 2 days off of this, but I've made a little bit. So it's interesting that there's cryptos out there that you can learn about that actually earn interest and stuff. That's basically, I mean, that's what an APY is annual percentage yield. That's like a dividend stock or anything else, but it's a crypto. So that's very neat. And let's actually go learn more. Let's look into this a little bit more. Here we go, staking inflation. So I'm not exactly sure how this works, so let's figure it out. Let's see. Some blockchain protocols allow participants to earn additional cryptocurrency by contributing to the network. These rewards can be earned in many different ways, including staking, inflation, savings rates, etc. Coinbase wants customers to be able to benefit from these protocols. Coinbase will participate in these networks and pass on the rewards to eligible customers who opted into this in the future. And like I said at the beginning, if you're interested in Coinbase, there's a link in the description you can go check out. Yeah, I mean, there's a good thought, H&H Trader. I like that idea. I think it's something that we'll probably see. So here is staking. Staking is the process of actively participating in transaction validation similar to mining on proof-of-stake blockchain. On these blockchains, anyone with a minimum required balance of a specific cryptocurrency can validate transaction and earn staking rewards. So how does it work? When the balance is met, a node deposits that amount of crypto into the network as a stake, similar to a security deposit. The size of the stake is directly proportional to the chances of the node being chosen to forge the next block. If the node successfully creates a block, the validator receives reward, similar to how a miner is rewarded in proof-of-work chains. Validators lose part of their stake if they double sign or attempt to attack the network. Well, I'm not doing anything with Algorand like that, so I'm not doing any block creating or any of that. So it's not exactly staking, I guess. And let's see, what is inflation? Okay, here it is. Assets such as Algorand earn rewards via inflation or community rewards. With inflation, new tokens are added to the network at a rate determined by the protocol, and those tokens are then distributed to holders as a reward. I don't know how I feel about that. Because inflation is going to decrease the purchasing value of that crypto. See, this is why I tell you guys on the day trading live streams and stuff for the stock market, I tell you guys, don't start with a whole bunch of money with something that you're new to, because you might lose it. And so, I mean, I just bought into it just because I wanted to kind of figure out what this percentage yield was and what it was all about. But like I said, I only went like 18, 20 bucks. I'm actually up 22 bucks now. But we're not up 22 bucks, but up like $4. But anyway, that's weird. That's weird because it's not like a currency. Let me go back to the overview here. Or it's not like a fiat currency. Because as people are buying it, the price is going up. The more demand, the less supply, the more prices will go up. You can see right there, trading activity. This is one of the things I like about Coinbase. It gives you actual percentage of how many people are buying, how many people are selling. And you can see people have been buying it. And then you got typical hold time there. So that's pretty interesting. Market cap. Coinbase is interesting. Another cool thing about it, you can earn rewards on Coinbase of other different cryptos, and we'll go look at that in a second. You can see it right there, earn rewards. But I want to get back to the staking here and figure this out. Like I said, it's a journey. This is my journey, and you guys who are joining me, I appreciate you joining. We're going to continue to go on this journey, but we got to do the research. I've met a lot of Davids through the YouTube channel, but I think I know which David you are. So welcome back, buddy. Looks like you kind of got your own channel there teaching stocks or something. Yeah, AC, yeah, Aurora. Yeah, we talked about Aurora quite a bit. That's who I thought it was. So, hey, appreciate you joining us. So you starting your own YouTube channel there? So, yeah, this inflation thing it's kind of weird. But as long as people are buying it more than they're selling it, then the price will continue to go up. So those rewards will be valuable. But at any point, those... if people stop buying it and they start dumping it, then those rewards will be worthless. So, interesting. Very interesting. And let's see, how does it work? As long as you're eligible and hold the minimum balance of an eligible crypto, you can earn rewards on Coinbase. No work necessary on your end. You retain full ownership of your crypto for some assets with slashing penalties at the protocol level, e.g. staking. Coinbase provides secure infrastructure to prevent slashing. In the unlikely event this does occur, Coinbase will cover you. So that's nice to know you're kind of insured by Coinbase, or at least they say you are. Yeah, YouTube is definitely where it's at. You want to network with other traders. I still need to get over to your channel, H&H. I keep forgetting to do that. I have so many things going on that I just things slip my mind. So I'll try to get over and check your channel out here soon. Start talking with you over there too. Let's see. For some assets with lockups at the protocol level, we may withhold a small amount of crypto to ensure that all Coinbase customers have liquidity and can withdraw their crypto as needed. We take a commission on all rewards received, and the return rate for our customer reflects this commission and the actual amount of your crypto that was staked. You can find our current commission there. And then there's the countries that are eligible for staking: Belgium, France, Slovakia, Spain, UK, US, excluding New York and Hawaii residents. So yeah, you gotta verify your identity. That's pretty standard for any exchange platform. Thinkorswim's kind of the same way. Let's see, Chainlink will hit 200 in a year. What is Chainlink? Is that another crypto? Like I said, I'm all new to this, so. And then Alan is, I'm a gooner? What's a gooner? I don't even know what that means. I don't know what you don't agree with me. I haven't really said anything in specific here in the last 5 minutes. So, I mean, I'm just doing research right now. So I don't know what I'm wrong on. Like I've been saying, it's a wild, wild west. I mean, this is not investing is like this. There's no wrong or right time to necessarily invest. It's the time you choose to be smart to invest. Look into reverse rights. Okay. So we'll check into reverse rights. 100 times coin. Okay. Not sure about that. I mean, I may be too late. Who knows? I haven't put any major money into any cryptocurrency, so I'm not really late or early to anything. This is a new journey. I'm researching. Yeah, the only time it's too late is when you're dead. Exactly. That's how investing is. Can I earn rewards in Coinbase Vault? You can receive rewards for storing in vaults. If the crypto you're storing is eligible for rewards, staking rewards, APY, you'll receive rewards for that crypto. You can opt out and tells you how to do that. So you can trade or send funds while they're earning rewards. You will typically be able to withdraw that cryptocurrency that is earning rewards as you would other cryptocurrencies. Okay. Nice. Well, you made a lot of money then if you sold it. You made a lot of money if you did that. So good job. That's how you do it. Let's see. Rewards are calculated by the applicable asset. Coinbase will receive the rewards from the network on your behalf and then automatically credits them to your crypto wallet. And that's what you guys can see there. Let's see. Let me go to my wallet here. And you can see those are those rewards they're talking about. It's going up by the second. And of course, it's not a lot, but you know that is something to see your currency going up, your rewards there. Made 100K. Nice. Good job. Okay. The more you hold, the more Coinbase can stake on your behalf and the more potential rewards you receive. So there's going to be some risk there. Rewards are also impacted by the frequency of blocks produced by that cryptocurrency network. And then we have a lot of other questions here. So let's go ahead and go through here. The reward rate is dependent on multiple factors determined by the protocol. It's also influenced by things like validator performance, amounts staked, stakers, inflation rates, and/or savings rates by the network, etc. There's potential for the rate to move up or down depending on these factors. The rewards pending is our estimate of our reward that you could potentially earn when rewards are distributed by the network. So they're just talking about their estimations. U.S. customers who are subject to U.S. tax reporting are required to report their earnings from stake and rewards. And basically, same thing as anything else. It's 1099. If you do stocks, if you trade stocks or any of that, then the tax is pretty much going to be kind of the same thing. Hopefully, you have a CPA that does yours if you not went into that big a learning spree of doing your own taxes. I haven't. I don't have time to try to do my own taxes, so I just pay a CPA to do it. So, not H&R Block, not none of the little shitty companies that are in the malls or anything like that, where you go in and some random person who barely knows anything about economics or finance, who's doing it with a computer program. I'm talking about a real CPA, somebody who went to college and all that for it. ADA and Anchor. Let me write all this down, man. You're giving me so much to look into here. I'm going to write it down real quick, and then we'll get back into this here. So, ADA, Anchor, and what else did you say earlier before Alan started trolling real hard? Reverse rights. And then H&H Trader, you were talking about building a wallet. And there's something you told me to look into as well. I can't remember what it was you said. I want to go back through all that, but I do want to eventually learn about building a wallet. I think that'll be pretty interesting. All right, so I'm taking notes, guys. It's a learning process. You know, you got to go through this. This is the big thing in investing. You can go blind into investing, but most likely you're going to lose. So I didn't invest because I didn't believe in Bitcoin at that time. Yeah, I missed this initial rip. Oh well, there'll be another one. It'll if it sells off at 30,000, which it looks like it might. You know, let's pop over here and take a look. See, that's the Algorand. So, like I said, I'm still trying to get used to navigating this site. So let's see here. Here goes Bitcoin. So, I mean, over this year, it's went up quite a bit. And you can see at 30,000 is new high. That's probably going to hold up as some resistance, I would imagine. And you see the trading activity, 70% people buying it, 30% people selling it. Current circulating supply, 18.6 million. And you can see there, I do have $5 in it. I got $5 from them. For opening my Coinbase account, they gave me $5. And that's what I'm saying. If you use my affiliate links, I think you get a little bit more than $5 of Bitcoin and maybe some other cryptos. But, yeah. I mean, this is a big run. That's why I'm saying I'm not buying in up here at 29,000. I'm not going to do that. That's insanity. You're buying at the top of the rip if you're buying right now. You definitely want to wait for some type of pullback. And I mean, you see, since October, there's not been a pullback. It's damn near tripled in price. I would say there'll probably be a pullback to around that 15,000, 16,000 area right there of support. You can see it kind of got held up there again, so there is a little resistance line that could turn into new support right in that area. It looks like about 17, somewhere between 16 and 18,000. That's probably a decent support area. And while we're looking at Bitcoin too, there's something 7 billion lost. Here's one of the things right here. This is one of the things I read. Institutional investors hoard. Just 22% of Bitcoin is left for traders. So, according to them, they've got people who are right here. You can see Glassnode, whoever they are. So apparently there's a large shortage because of being snapped up by big investors. That's a good thing as of now. That's why the price is going up, but I'm sure they've been doing that for a while now. But looking at that chart, those big investors who've been buying it up, they can also dump it at any time. See, Bitcoin, there's only 6 or 18 million of them in circulation, and whoever's holding those cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, those aren't going back into they are not going back into circulation. So it's kind of like a low float penny stock almost. You're talking about a float basically that's under 20 million and maybe even less with everybody holding it. So it can be manipulated by buyers and sellers. So that's something you got to think about. It's just like a low float stock. Yeah, I don't know if listen, it's possible it could reach 1 million. That's with inflation and everything else going on. It is very possible that Bitcoin could reach, that type of high, crazy type of numbers. And supply and demand. If people keep buying it and people are not selling it, then the price is only going to go up. But you can only speculate how long that'll take, because it's just like with stocks. If you bought a stock at $1 and the stocks ran up to $100, you're going to sell that stock at $100. You're probably going to sell it before then because you made plenty of money. So if it goes up to 1 million, then it's going to get dumped really quick because a whole bunch of people who have a little bit in it will make a ton of money if that's the case. So, I mean, I don't know if that is plausible for it to get to 1 million. That seems like a stretch, but it's not impossible. But I don't think it's going to do it anytime soon. I don't think it's going to pop up that to like 1 million anytime soon. I think it's going to get hung up at 30,000 and probably come back down a little bit. But it depends. There's a lot going on in the world, so it depends on all that. Let's see. 150,000 next year. That seems a little bit more reasonable. Yeah, a million in a couple of weeks. That sounds crazy. That sounds like penny stock pump and dump talk right there. 150,000, And then, yeah, altcoins explode. So let's look at some of these rewards. And then we'll see about maybe making a trade. See if we can find a trade somewhere. So you can earn these rewards on Coinbase. And you can see there I've earned some of these for doing these little lessons of these altcoins. Some of Compound. I got some of Stellar. And then, of course, they got the affiliate links and stuff. And then you see that Cosmos is one of those staking ones. Tezos is a staking one. DAI is a staking one. You can see their estimated APYs. And then you got GRT, where you can earn some GRT, CeeLo. So that's the interesting thing about Coinbase. You can take these little quizzes and actually get some free cryptos that you could theoretically sell and just pull the money right back out if you wanted to. But USD coin rewards. So yeah, very interesting there. Yeah, Alan sounds like a troll, a trolly troll. So let's pop open Weeble's charts here. Oh, here we go. Bam. All right. So we'll continue research. Like I said, I'm gonna break this up in segments. We'll give the stream a little more time here. Let's see if we can't find a trade. let's see. What is that on Webull? What is 1730? Let's see. 24 hours minus 17 would be 7. Hold on. I'm bad with army time and stuff. I have to think about it. So I'm just going to Google it real quick because I'm lazy. $5:30. Oh, when is that Eastern? 5:30 Eastern. So that's what? I'm an hour behind that. So it's 6:30 Eastern. So yeah, actually I won't be able to trade with Webull until another hour. But it looked like Coinbase had no problem. Let me look over here at Coinbase real quick. Yeah, Coinbase. Coinbase, it looks like you can still buy and sell right now. Yeah, you can. So that's only a Webull thing where they don't let you trade during that time. Yeah. Yeah, search engines. Yeah, the internet really is the new deities there. So let's see. We got Litecoin here. Let's look at the 1 minute chart. Let's see what we can find. My plan is to treat this like day trading a stock and just play the technical analysis of the chart. So on this 5 minute chart, we actually have a downtrend here. And this is Litecoin. What's going on with this drawing tool? There we go. So yeah, right there's our downtrend. So basically we want to see this break that downtrend. Let's look a little bit. It was down at 122. Nice rip there up to 133. So yeah, on a day trading level, that would have been an easy scalp right there, you know, to get in, and you got a $10 rip on that. So there is definitely potential to make day trades off of these cryptos. That's the time and sells, but crypto doesn't have a time and sells, unfortunately. But we are in a little bit of a dip. Let's see. Litecoin's previous high was around 150, so there's going to be some resistance there. I'm going to go ahead and draw a little line there just to remind me. I'm going to use Webull's charting, but I may end up, the trade will be made on Coinbase, so we'll see if I take a trade. Yeah, H&H, that's what I was thinking too. That 122 area is looking like a bottom. Let's see here. Yeah, if you look back right here, let me blow this chart up some so we can look at it a little closer. If you look back right here, you can see there was some support that held up for 4 months. And the wicks are at 108 and the bottoms of the candles are 118. So yeah, that 120 is probably a little bit of support. Yeah, and then actually this wick right here, this candle here is around that 120. So yeah, that looks like probably a good support area in that 120 area. But we're in this current downtrend. So this might not be exciting because I'm experimenting with this trading. We're going to go along. We're going to do this series. We'll start with research during the first part of the streams when I do them, and then we'll switch over to practice and trading with little small amounts of money. This is my journey. This is how I'm going to do it. You guys are welcome to join me. I hope some of you do, and we actually learned something. So far today, I've learned quite a bit just from some of you guys who have more experience than I do with these cryptos, and that's what I want. I want everybody to learn together, so I appreciate everybody putting in good input. Well, let's look at this 1 minute chart here. See right there, that would have been a good little scalp. 125 up to 126, a dollar move right there. But it looks like it's getting held up at 26.50 here on this 1 minute chart. You can see that resistance. But we are getting a little support. A little support right here at, what is this? What the hell? Come on, Weeble. But pretty much the rest of this stream, we're just going to be kind of looking at charts. I think I'm just going to stick with Litecoin to experiment with here today. And we're just going to kind of wait and look for an opportunity to try out some trading and see if we can't get some scalps. So you guys are welcome. We can talk about whatever you guys would like at this point. I'm going to take a quick little couple-minute break here because I've been going for an hour and a half now on this stream, and then I'll be right back, and we'll see if we can't find a trade. So give me just a couple minutes. I'll be right back, guys. All right. So I'm back here. And look and see on our 1 minute, actually on our 5 minute, we are having a little bit of a test of this 125 area support. Right now it's on the 1 minute here. I'm going to blow this up so we can see this 1 minute closer. And let's see if that new support, if that support there can hold up, or if this is going to drop off here. If it drops off, maybe it looks like it actually is. We may get a little bit of a buying opportunity. It bounced off of 125.65 earlier. One thing with these crypto streams, I don't have a set time of when I'm going to be doing them yet. So if you guys aren't subscribed and you don't have the notifications on, make sure you turn those on so you'll be alerted when I do these, because I'm going to continue to do the stock day trading live streams in the mornings. And then I do have the other channel with the politics and all that other nonsense on it. And we do that Monday and Thursday, 6 p.m. Central. So I'm going to try to do this consistently, but I haven't figured out a time yet to do that yet. Or when the best time to make trades on crypto is. So we'll see. On Litecoin here, there's not a ton of volume, so it's not moving like super fast. And the one thing is Webull doesn't have volume bars for cryptos. Like, I'm pretty sure they do for stocks, but not for cryptos. Let's see. Yeah, you can see there on the 1 minute, Apple's got volume bars, but Litecoin doesn't. And actually, off of that little bounce there on the 1 minute at 125.88. Oh, right, yeah, right there. That just happened as I flipped over. But yeah, that little area there was a possible scalp for $1. So there's definitely opportunities to make some day trades on these cryptos, especially while they've got the popularity they do. Now, Daniel B., you're the master of talking the Black Swan events. Is that what it is? Black Swan, Black Tulips, or whatever you talk about? What's your opinion, Daniel B.? Is Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, is it all a black swan or a black tulip or whatever? Or is it actual viable way to trade? Let's see what your opinion is. Now, anybody else can chime in on that too, but I'm too late to make a day trade? No, I'm not too late to make a day trade. Hell, I could have made $1 Litecoin right there. Just in that one trade there was $1. And like I said, in this trade back here on this 5 minute chart, there was an opportunity to get in there and make about $10 a Litecoin in, I don't know what, 30 minutes. So there's never too late to day trade. Oh, nice, H&H Trader. Hopefully that Bitcoin there you got is worth something. That's fine. Everyone can be ahead of me. I don't care. It doesn't matter. There's always money to be made in investments. Don't pretend otherwise. Huh, not too bad then. You know, that's nice. You got find a little extra money or crypto, something laying around. Very nice. So we'll look back on this 5 minute chart while we're sitting here kind of waiting. And I want to see some of these support areas on the 5 minute. Yeah, okay, so you can see multiple places on this 5 minute. That was back there, 124. It's kind of holding up. And then, so when was that? December 23rd, $95. Yeah, so you can see where it's bounced off of that support line that I drew up here multiple times. And actually dipped below there twice. Pop back up. And right there's a triangle pattern. Look at that. That is a perfect little triangle. And you got a little break out of that triangle at 126, and it got to move all the way up to 129, almost 130. So yeah, some of these stock day trading techniques will transfer over, it looks like, to these cryptos. It's just charting of value and price. If you understand price action in the stock market, then it shouldn't be too much more complicated to trade these cryptos. Actually, it should be kind of easier because there's thousands of stocks, and every morning, you got to narrow it down to a watch list of 5 to 10. And cryptos, there's not as many. I mean, on Webull, you only have access to like 4 of them to be able to trade. Coinbase, you have a little bit more. And then, of course, I know there's plenty of other altcoins out there, but okay, I'm a fraud, I guess. I don't know. The train is gone, huh? Got some consolidation here on Litecoin. Did have a quick pop there on the 1 minute from 125 all the way up to 127. But we got this little bar of consolidation going on. Let's look at Ethereum real quick, see what it's looking like. I'm not telling anybody to invest now. I haven't told anybody to do anything. I just told people to come learn with me. Learn and experiment. If you're going to be an a-hole, then I'm going to have to ban you from the channel. So don't be an a-hole about it, because you're really trolling hard and being an a-hole. And other people are trying to learn. This is a channel of learning doctors, okay? We are all learning doctors here, and we don't need any negative nonsense that you're talking. So I don't have any thoughts on transgenders, honestly. People are free to do whatever they want to do. I have no problem with anybody wanting to do what they want to do, but that is irrelevant to the conversation. So there's no reason to even get into any of that. He's wanting to ban Hammer. I think I remember him before. A while back, he was trolling my channel. I remember I had some trolls before who were asking me the same question over and over again every single day. So right there, on that little 1 minute rip, there was about $10 you could have got, but this is a higher price crypto here. Can I rephrase it might consolidate? Did I say it might consolidate? I didn't mean it might. I meant to say, I don't know what I said. I'm getting kind of distracted by this other guy. But consolidation is basically consolidation in day trading in the stock market or swing trading or long-term investing is basically where you're not getting an upward movement or a downward movement. Well, you can get an upward or a downward movement of consolidation, but basically you've got a tug of war between the buyers and the sellers. So with supply and demand, that's the big thing when you're trading equities or anything like this. The supply and demand, that price action is what you got to understand. So when you got buyers and sellers and they're kind of just having this tug of war where the price is going up and down and up and down, it's not really shooting up or shooting down any which way at the moment. It's just kind of making either a sideways like this, the sideways price action, or if it's kind of slowly creeping with some sideways price action like this right here was kind of some consolidation and then it had a sell off. But that consolidation basically is indecision in the market between buyers and sellers. And you kind of got to wait out that consolidation to see which way it's going to go. I mean, you could buy during this consolidation, but you don't know whether it's going to drop or it's going to go up. It's like a 50-50 chance. It could go either way. And normally with stocks, you have volume bars, which helps me a lot to be able to tell if buying volume is coming in to break these consolidation points, but you don't have any volume bars of crypto, at least with Webull, so it's going to be a little trickier. Yeah, key levels form between. Well, sometimes it's not even and sometimes it's not even major support and resistance. Well, I said Litecoin. This is Ethereum, but sometimes it can be minor support and resistance. But yeah, that's a good way to say it. Yeah, no problem. That's what I'm here for. Is, you know, that's why I want to do this with everybody. I want everybody to learn and, you know, figure things out. But like you see with Ethereum, it's just going sideways. So that's consolidation. It's at some point, it's either going to break out or it's going to drop. And let's take a look at some other type of consolidation. See, like right here, it went on this big rip. And then right through here, it didn't really do anything. It was just kind of up and down, bouncing back and forth. You kind of got that resistance at that 750 area and then a little bit of support there at 744. And you're just getting a bounce in between that. And then after sellers take over or buyers take over, you either get the drop or you get the rip. And you can see out of that consolidation, it dropped back down. But of course, that consolidation came after a $20-something rip right here. So you kind of expect sellers to probably sell off there. When you're looking for consolidation to buy out of, you kind of want it to be down towards the low. I'm trying to find a good example here. So right here is kind of some consolidation. You can see it had a sell-off, and then it kind of bounced up, and then it kind of just went sideways and dropped down again, bounced back up. And then you get right there at the top of that resistance at 650, right across there, the tops of these candles. And then it actually broke up out of that consolidation for a quick $5 move right there. So let's pop back over to Litecoin and see where we're looking. So Litecoin's actually building some higher lows here. In this consolidation, it's the same sideways consolidation kind of that was on Ethereum. Yeah, exactly. It's all supply and demand. It's all supply and demand and price action. Just understanding that. If you understand it on a stock level, it should correlate over to this. That's what I'm experimenting to see. Let's see. Let me get back to my current 5-minute chart. Let's see, sometimes you get these weird little candles with cryptocurrencies that don't really usually happen with stocks and stuff. Like this one 5-minute candle here is a real strange candle. Because it looks like it probably opened up here and dropped all the way down and then got pushed all the way back up. But I don't know. I wasn't looking at it when that happened, so I can't really tell you what happened there. So we're kind of getting to the tippy of this triangle on the 5-minute here. At 125, still trying to hold up. Or actually, that's 126 right there where that support is. That's trying to hold up. So let's give this a few minutes, see if it holds here, because it could drop out of the bottom of this triangle. But if that continues to hold up and we get closer to this tippy, we may be able to look for a quick little scalp somewhere. See, the interesting thing is going to be, I've never made a day trade with Coinbase yet. But like I said, I just opened this account last night. I did a little bit of experimenting with Webull with some very low a very low amount of money just to do a little checking into it, and I actually won every single trade. I only made like a couple of dollars, nothing to even talk about really, but yeah, it was It was interesting. All I was doing was just buying the dips and scalping it real quick for a little quick rip. Because I think that's probably one of the safest ways to probably do it is scalp it. So I'm going to get an order here ready for Litecoin. In case, and we'll go $5 on it. And I've got that ready on Coinbase for if I start to see a good entry on this. Buy options. Yeah, if you really like risk, go right ahead and buy all the options you want. They're oh, I'm freezing up here. Okay. I'm experimenting, Alan. This is called experimentation. You don't go experiment. You don't go build a nuclear bomb without building a small little bit of plutonium first. You gotta work your way up. I'm new to this. I'm not gonna put $1,000 into trading in cryptos when I just started researching it today. That's crazy talk. Well, make thousands in a minute. Do what you got to do. That's, if you don't like what I'm doing here, don't watch it. It's that simple, buddy. You got plenty of other YouTube channels of traders and stuff out there. You can go check into all that. You don't have to sit here and watch me and trash me the whole entire time. Like for somebody who's making, for somebody who's claiming they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, you sure are miserable to be on here trolling me. I've made $100,000, but I'm here on your YouTube channel to troll you about you trading with $5 in experimental trade in crypto because you've never traded it before. Yeah, okay, guy. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Mr. Trollamotor here. But guess what? I don't care. I could give 2 fucks less about your trolling. Okay, guy? So don't worry about it. That's part of social media. No matter where, if you've been on Facebook, if you've been on Instagram, if you've been on any social media platform, there's a-holes out there who will come in and they must have a miserable, boring life because they just want to talk shit to people online. And hey, that's you. You want to do that? That's fine. Go right ahead. But me, I'm just here to learn and make money. And honestly, I don't have time to go trolling like that. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to make 100,000 in 5 minutes and be able to go troll people on their YouTube channels. We all wish we could be like you, Alan. So we're still getting this still kind of testing the support here, but it did hold up again. So I want to give it a few more minutes to see if it holds up a little bit longer. Actually, there was a little pop there. A little quick movement. But we're still in this consolidation here. And then we're also still in the triangle on the 5 minute. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're here to be our savior. I'm a damsel in distress, apparently. I'm Rapunzel up here with my big long hair. You see that? That's my Rapunzel hair. My knight in shining armor. Alan has come to save me. Thank the gods. Okay, now I have no fucking idea what you're talking about, dude. I don't know what. I don't even know what those words are that you just put in my chat. That's just crazy talk. I'm glad we got some entertainment though. I thought this part was going to be boring, but instead we've got a nice little, we got a savior in here telling us, you know, how we're all goons and idiots. It's great. So actually, let's see. Let me get this drawing tool here. This little 1 minute downtrend, if that might break, that could break, or possibly could be a little scalp. There's a little resistance at that 126.50 area, it looks like. And we're at 26.15. So it looks like Bitcoin and everything is kind of in the red at the moment. We are getting close to breaking this triangle. Testing that bottom. Oh, never mind. I'm looking at, yeah, this is that consolidation. The main triangle is on the 5 minute, but this little consolidation here. This little downtrend starts to break. Or actually, I kind of want to see it come back down to this 126 one more time. It's going to be interesting. So like I said, this day trading cryptos is going to be new to me, so I'm not going to risk very much money at all while I'm experimenting with it. See, we are getting a little bit of buy-ins coming in here in the last 3 minutes. I don't know what EGLD formation is. You'll have to educate me on that one because I have no idea. Like I said, I just started this journey. This is all new to me, so this crypto journey. Stock market, got years of experience, but not anything with crypto. This is brand new, so there's a lot of stuff I'm not going to know. I'll just be honest with you. I'm learning, but that's what the point of all this is for me to learn, and everybody who wants to is welcome to learn right along with me. So maybe H&H Trader, maybe you know what that is, or David, if David's still around, one of you guys might be able to help with that question because I have no idea. See, we're coming up to this downtrend. And I'm actually going to, let's see, where's it trying to fill me at? It's trying to fill me at 126. Ooh, god damn, that's high. It's trying to fill me at 126.80 on Coinbase. That's a little high. That's a lot higher than I want to be. But right there, look at that. Broke right out of that downtrend, and you got a rip there from 126.23 to 126.40. Why is it trying to fill me so high? See the difference. Let's see. See if that changes it any. Oh, now it's even higher. There's a little fee in there, and I don't want to, for day trading, I don't want to be filled that high. But there's no limit in market orders on Coinbase, but there is on Webull. Oh damn, I had $100 put in here so I could trade with Webull once that time was over, but it's not settled yet, so Eclipse Gold Mining Corporation. Oh, so that's not a crypto you're talking about. Okay, so no, you're not talking about the Eclipse Gold Mining Corporation. You are talking about some type of altcoin. I don't know. When you're scalping, somebody's hitting me up on Facebook right now. But when you're scalping, you want to look at the chart. Let's see. I'll pull that up real quick. Let's take a look at what you got for me here, and we'll. But when you're scalping, yeah, you want to look at the chart. Like right there, if you could have got in and see with Webull, I could have tried to limit in and get in that low price that I needed. So it looks like for day trading, Webull is probably going to be better than Coinbase, because Coinbase was trying to fill me up pretty high. But let me pull up what you're talking about here, and we'll take a look at. I have no problems looking at anything. So I may not make a trade if I can't get filled at a small area, or at an area I want on Coinbase. Coinbase may be better for swinging and long-term holds. Let's see. Okay, there you go. So this is the website that you linked me to. Elrond, $26. So yeah, this is up. This is definitely up. In November it was at $9, and now it's up to 20 something. E-Gold. They call it E-Gold. Okay. Huh. $45 million trading volume of USD. Binance. Okay. So I may have to look into some other choices besides Webull and Coinbase for this day trading, because I don't have access. There's only certain access to a certain amount of cryptos. And I don't think Elrod is on Coinbase or EGLD. It says am I getting the price wrong? You're saying it's 55 cents? One, I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm new to this. I do see Binance there. We'll click in and we'll go look at Binance real quick. This, like I said, it's all new to me. I already had a Webull account for my long-term portfolio, and I got the notification that Webull was doing crypto, so that kind of piqued my interest a little bit. So then it's, God, man, there's a lot of different coins. I didn't realize there was this many coins. Yeah, there's more to even load. So yeah, interesting here. So yeah, thanks for that, Juan. Good call out on that. Let's see what the fees are on this. Let's see. What kind of crazy trading fees are these? So they have different levels of tiers for traders to where you get better discounts. But it looks like basically 0.6% on a, well, maybe on this, maybe right here's the basic account. Looks like about 10%. That's a little high. I wouldn't really want to. Actually, that's really high. I don't want to give 10% of any of my earnings to anything. So I don't know. I'll look into all these, to all these possible different exchanges to use. Token launch platform. Let's see. I'd like to kind of see what they're. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at that. And you got a little. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff going on there. So we do have market and stop and limit orders here on Binance. So that's very interesting. Yeah, that's a lot of coins. Can't use Coinbase as easy from UK. Okay. Yeah. Well, you probably don't really need a scanner. Just trade the coins for day trading. You just want to trade the coins that have the most volume, the most people buying it and selling it, just like with stocks. So, Bitcoin, Litecoin, the big ones that are traded on most exchanges, those are going to be the ones where you're going to want to look for scalps and stuff. And sure, you might be able to find stuff on these other cryptos, but a tenth. Are you sure that was a tenth on their fees and not 10%? Because it looked like 10% to me, but I could be reading it wrong. Because 10% is pretty high. That's some high fees. Because if you were to trade like $1,000 worth, then that'd be $100 to make that trade. So maybe it is a tenth, because $10 would sound a lot better, but still, it still seems like too much. But yeah, so we do got market and limit orders here. And stop limits. That's nice. But we've got a lot of different. Oh, it looks like we have a level 2. Is this a level 2 or time and sales? Yeah, this is like a time and sales. This little order book here. So this must be the Bitcoin price. And this must be the US currency or something. This is set up a little bit different than what I'm used to. Like I said, this is all new to me too, so you guys will have to help me out. I'm not nowhere near as adept at this as I am stocks. This is all brand new to me. Charting's not too bad. But yeah, this is interesting. And we'll look in. Let's see. Hold on. Binance extends 0 fees on bank deposits. Let's see their simple Okay, so that is their symbol. Oh, look there, and we actually do have volume bars too, which Webull doesn't have, so that's actually nice. That would actually help tremendously. So yeah, I'll probably open up another account for this. Yeah, but 0.1 is 10%. 0.1 is not 1%, that's 10%. 0.01 would be 1%. That's 10%. The cross 3x and isolated CFD trades. What's that mean? Is it margin? Or is it like FOREX? Is that what it's like? You're buying against the US dollar? Like currency pairs? Is that what that means? It's just margin. Okay. Okay. So let's go and look at. I want to look at. This was their classic. Let's see their advanced. See how crazy it is. Yeah. So I'll look into all these. I'll do some research and figure out what platform may be better for day trading. Some of these, I think we can still do it with Webull, no problem. But having volume bars would be better, be a lot better. I definitely am not using margin to trade any cryptos though. Not while I'm learning. That sounds crazy. XLM, XRP. See, that's what I was talking about earlier. What is it? Coinbase said they were stopping selling of XRP, which I thought was interesting why they would be doing that. So I kind of figured there was something wrong with XRP. Well, there definitely is something wrong with XRP. Boy, that thing took a nasty. See, that's showing, what is going on here? That's showing XRP and Bitcoin. So what does that mean? What is going on here? See, there's the fiats. So it looks like it's trading pairs. Looks like it's trading currency pairs. XRP, USD. I'll have to look into XRP more. I mean, like I said, this is all new to me, but I'm not gonna go buy a bunch of any of these until I do plenty of research. So I will trade. I will do day trades though. But as far as long term, let's see. Let's pop back over to Litecoin here for a second and see what's going on with it. All right, there we go. Okay, whoops. Clicking everything all crazily. So yeah, where are we at here? Litecoin. Okay, so you can see Litecoin did break out of that little triangle and it ran up about what? $1.30, and then it just dumped off and it's bouncing right off of that 125 area. But that was an opportunity, and this is why I said scalping is probably the way to day trade these coins. It's probably the best way, is because you can get these weird rapid drops like this. Like, that's a pretty nasty drop. But with a scalp, the idea would have been to get in right in that area and then sell it up here in this area somewhere. Just quick little profits on it. Because here's the thing with, here for anybody who's new like me, there is a good thing about trading cryptos that's better than the stock market, and that's one, that you can trade them 24 hours 7 days a week, and also there's no fucking PDT rule. If you live in America, I hate that rule. It's terrible. Excuse my language, but it's the dumbest thing ever. Like, if you got cash, that's your money. You should be able to trade it as many damn times as you want to, and the government shouldn't be telling you shit. But it exists, so we have to deal with it in the stock market. But it does not exist in crypto, so you can make multiple trades. You can continuously trade all day if you want to. So, that's the thing with scalping is, you might could scalp for $5-10 every 5 minutes or something if you wanted to, and run up a nice scalp of trades possibly. In theory. This is all theory. This is things I've thought about since I've started diving into it. But we did see a nice little triangle break out there, quick little triangle break. So there is some patterns to be found in these cryptos. So it dipped down, bounced off at 125, and is now back above that support. Try to remember how to take this drawing off. Because I'm always on Thinkorswim, it's a different platform the way things do. I think I just delete it. Oh yeah, there we go. I just backspace and delete it on Webull. Okay. Thinkorswim, you actually have to right click and. But yeah, like right here, this bounce off of that 125. You got those few few minute candles right there where it bounced, and then you got to move all the way up to from 125.26 to 126.45. So that was a whole dollar rip right there. That was possible. Kind of missed that. I would have bought in there if I would have been watching, but we were looking at the other thing. That would have been a decent little scalp. Yeah, well, I mean, I know there's going to be dips. It's just like stocks. People are going to sell. And I'm not surprised that this dip happened. It's just a bigger dip than I would have expected. Because, I mean, it did break out of this consolidation, and then, of course, scalpers are going to sell it off, just like with stocks. But that was quite a bit of a sell-off, a little bit more than I was expecting from it. But now you can see it's bounced right back up. So that would have been a good dip buying opportunity there. And it's actually pushing up pretty strongly here. That's interesting. So yeah, I mean, you could even gotten a little bit more out of that rip. But as you can see, we're still in the main big triangle on the 5 minute. If this downtrend breaks, then we could see a bigger run up to like that 130 area possibly. Possibly. We'll see. I don't know for sure. Let's see. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's see if it is. We're at 29,540, so let's see here on the 5 minute. Yeah, Bitcoin is doing some consolidation right here. Right here on the 5 minute, you can see it's bouncing in between like 28.7, something like that today, and 29-ish. So it's consolidating sideways. If people start to come in and buy it more, then yeah, we could see this up to 30,000 possibly tonight. Because Bitcoin, once it starts moving, it moves pretty quick. But here's the thing too, with Webull and Coinbase, you can buy these fractional shares. So like you could have scalped a little bit of Bitcoin there from like 29.3 up to 29.4. That's like $100 move. Of course, the fractional is going to be a lot less than that because, I mean, I'm not going to trade 20 something. I'm not going to trade $30,000 on a small scalp like this on a cryptocurrency, but I would trade fractional shares for a small scalp possibly. Let's pop back over here to Litecoin though, because I'm interested in Litecoin. I like the way Litecoin's moving right now. Let's see, 3 a.m. always big. What 3 a.m. What is that? Eastern, Central? What time are we talking about? Cause of Asia. You buy $10 a day through Cash App. Eastern, okay. Well, because I do the stock trading in the morning, unless I'm going to start getting up at 2 a.m. to do the crypto trading and then just stay up until I do the stock trading in the morning. Shoo, that'd be kind of rough. Because my wife also works and she has a wonky schedule, so that's going to be tricky to make any of those late night trades. I'm sure it is a pretty hot market then. Like you said, the Asian countries are trading it during that time. But I mean, even right now, there's opportunities. Like this was an easy buying opportunity for $1 or even 50 cents or even $2 if you wanted to hold that long. So, from what I've been seeing from the little bit of experimenting that I've done already, is that it really doesn't matter what time of day it is. There's always a time where you can find some little easy trades. I mean, one day we'll wait till we get a little bit further down the road, and then we'll see about, maybe doing a late night stream like that. And then I'm not sure what Mike is saying. YouTube censor too much. YouTube does do some censoring. Not exactly sure what you're referring to, but okay. So we're getting another little dip here. Let's see. Switching back over to my Coinbase real quick to see if what I can get filled at here. So I may try to buy this little dip or this big dip depending on how far it's going to dip here. And see if it starts to come back up off that 25 area. So right now it would try to fill me at 126.31. And that's a little too high. So yeah, I'm gonna need another platform for the day trading, or I'm gonna need funds in Webull to trade. I have some money waiting to be whatever you call it. Yeah, look at that little bounce right there. I have some money that I'm waiting to settle in my Webull account. I thought it was going to be settled. But man, these Coinbase buy-ins are a little high. See, I would have liked to limit it. Well, actually, you know what? I got $3 of buying power, so let's just experiment with that. Why not? I'm gonna turn the Webull off for a second because I gotta unlock it with my password. So I just don't want that to be online. So I'll turn it back on in just a second. Let me just unlock this real quick, and I'll try this with this $3 I got here. So let's see. Let's get a limit ready for 125. And with Webull, you can actually change the amount for cryptos instead of shares. You can actually trade that over or turn that over into an amount. So since I've just got $3 right now on this account to use, we'll just make $3 amount. Yeah, if you want to drop them, sure, go ahead, drop them. So I want to see here, what price do I want to try to limit in at? 125.57. So we're at 52. I'm gonna give it a second here to see if it's gonna drop a little bit more. It may dip even more, but if it starts to hold up, then I'm probably gonna try to take a trade on it here. I'm gonna go ahead and get a limit order for like 125.50. We'll go with that. It actually bounced off there, so I'm gonna place this limit order. Oh, I didn't press buy. There we go. So, all right, I got a limit order in there at 125.50 or 125.53, and let's see if I can get filled or not. And you can see right there my position on my Webull account. I do have a little bit of cryptos. I bought 3 Litecoins back at $91. So I'm up a little bit on that. That's kind of nice. That's part of my long-term experimenting. See, we're actually, see the bid, okay, so the bid's at 124.08 and the ask is at 126.77. It's a bit of a spread. But we'll see if I can get filled. That's what, because it's dropping right now. Ooh, actually, I don't know if I want to, I might take this limit order off. It's dropping quite a bit. But the reason I haven't got filled yet is because my order's kind of closer to the there's a $3 spread, so I'm kind of right in the middle. See, I could try to market order in, but I don't know where it would fill me at. It'd probably fill me on the ask at 125.91. Let's see here. Looks like all the cryptos are actually dropping. Let's see, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin having a little sell-off here. But it's still in this consolidation, though. It hasn't dropped out of this consolidation yet. That 124 area. Let me look on Coinbase real quick and see what the buy looks like now. 125.18. That's actually cheaper than what I want to get in with Webull. So actually I may 125.18. Yeah, I'm going to take this order out. And then let's see, 125.18. Yeah, that's still a little high, but it is lower than the ask. This is why we experiment with little bits of money. And you don't experiment with bigger bits of money, because then you can lose. So, let's see. Actually, I'm going to try another. Let's see. Let's try this first. Let's see what I get. Let's mark it in here and see what I get filled at. Oh, it just popped up a little bit. Let's see. Oops. Let's experiment and see how bad Weevil fills me at. Let's see. Woo! Yeah, that got filled way up there at 126.09. So yeah, it did fill me on the ass. So market is not going to be the idea way to get into this that way. So definitely Coinbase on the buy is actually cheaper. Of course, market orders, you never know. Weeble could have filled me lower, possibly. It depends on the orders. So what I get filled at, I said 126.09. So yeah, we got a little ways to go. May not get back up there. But that's why, you know, you don't want to risk much. If it drops, I lose $3. Whatever. Not a big deal. You can mine and convert it to any other coin. That's interesting. Talking for hours gives you the worst dry mouth. So yeah, it looks like it's kind of bouncing off his support back here a little bit. It kind of dumped out of that triangle there a little bit. Let me see. Let me see what the fill is on Coinbase now. 125.28. Look back at this chart. 125.28. Let's see. This could possibly be another sell-off here. It may dip again. Go ahead, H&H Trader. Just make sure those links are not like corrupt or anything, or any viruses that people can get. I don't want people getting viruses or none of that. Yeah, this kind of looks like this may sell off some more here. I'm gonna get an order ready for my $3. What the hell? Why doesn't it let me change that back to... Can you only change it on... Well, that's kind of dumb. Yeah, so it is starting to dip a little bit more. Nasty little sell-off here. Nice hash. That's interesting. That's what I've got. I've got a gaming PC too. I don't do any gaming on it, but for all these programs like Thinkorswim and the video editing and all that, I kind of need a little bit more powerful computer, so... So I got filled at that 126.09. I don't know how many... I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to figure out what the... Let's see if I can do it the same way. Nope. That's weird. Why do they not... Why do they not have the thing there to change it over to money? Real strange. Decent little dip here. Oh, it's showing me my position of Litecoin. It's showing my whole entire thing. I'd have to do the math. Let's see. I'm going to see where I can get filled at Coinbase right here in this dip. Still a little high. 24.94. I'm gonna give it a shot just to see a little bit of difference here. Kind of against Webull versus what do you call it? Litecoin. It's not actually showing me where I got filled at, but oops, let's see, Litecoin. And I bought, let's see, okay. So yeah, it's like a 99. All right, there we go. I kind of got the sell ready there for it if it goes up. Let me pop back over here to Webull, see what's happening. I think I got filled just a little bit above 125 on Litecoin on Coinbase. Yeah, thank you to everybody who came and listened for sure. Thanks for joining us as well, Lucy. You're finding old Bitcoins in these old wallets? Nice. Isn't that nice? When you find extra money. See, I gotta figure out how to sell. Okay, oh, there we go. Now I can see the estimated USD. So let's see how we get to $3. $3 is what I bought. So let's see, 0.3 is 275. So that's a little too high. 0.25, close enough. So there we go. We got the 312 there. And then let's do a limit order. Let's put a limit order for this scalp. Let's put it up at, see, I said I got filled at 126.9. So let's put a limit order at 126. Well, actually, I'm actually nervous as I put that limit order in. It may do shenanigans. It may fill it automatically. So actually, I'm going to change it to market and we'll see. Yeah, because we don't have a stop loss option on Webull for cryptos. See, I'm definitely going to have to look into another type of account probably for day trading these cryptos, because these spreads and stuff are a little rough and these fills are a little rough. But that's why we learn. That's why we do this. We learn and we find out. We figure out what's going on. So we're actually up to 125. Okay. 125.30, 125.02. Actually, I may leave this limit order in. I may... Nice. Very nice. Appreciate those links. Let's see. We're actually getting hung up at 125 here. That old support is actually acting as new resistance, so we may get a bit of a dip. But let's see, a little bit faster execution though. That could have been a nice dollar scalp right through there, where I was trying to actually buy at. These platforms didn't quite give me the best fills on that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. If it can break back over 125, it might start moving back up. But yeah, you can see it is getting held up. You got these upper shadows coming into it. See if it can break over those upper shadows at that 125.03. There you go. Starting to push a little bit. There we go. Nice little popping back over 125. 125.14. And I'm pretty sure I got filled on Coinbase at like 125.13, something like that. So let's see if it can get over that. And then as soon as we figure out and get out of this trade, we'll probably call it a night for this stream. So I'm going on 3 hours here. But I appreciate everybody who joined me and put some good input. There's a lot of good input from you guys. So I appreciate everybody who joined us, definitely. But I just want to see here if we can make just a little bit of profit off of these, even these bad entries that I got filled with. Actually, Coinbase was way less worse than Weeble's fill was. Weeble's fill was pretty rough. Let's see, let's look back here. So we're doing a little sideways consolidation here. Decent amount of buy-in in the last 4 minutes, so actually more than that. This last whole 8 minutes had quite a bit more buying. And interestingly enough, it's below the 9 EMA moving average. That's what that is. And it does seem like it pulls back up to the 9 moving average and pops over it quite a bit. So that is the pop we were looking for, is that pop to pop back over. See if it can get up to that 126 area. If it gets up to like 125.75, 125.80, I'm probably gonna lock that out on Coinbase. See if a preview sell at right now. No, it's a little too low on the sell. It'd fill me at 124 something. Well, we are getting a little pop here, a little bit. See it touching that 9 right there on the 5. See, and our bid and our ask needs to come up. The ask needs to get like the 127, 128 to probably make a decent. Decent move. A little bit of a slow movement right now, but that's the thing with the time. You never, when you're investing in something new like this or you're trading something new like this, you kind of got to fill out the best times to trade. So we'll figure that out as we go along. I know Juan said 3 a.m. Eastern is a good time to trade, but I'm sure that's not the only good time to trade. And it's actually getting held up at the 9 EMA a little bit. This is kind of a double top on the 5-minute Foreman. So it is having a little pullback here. But at this point, we don't want it to pull back too much. We want to see this little momentum it's got continue until it gets to a point to where I can sell it. But yeah, I'm definitely going to look into some other exchanges, look into some like the Binance or whatever else that we looked at. There's quite a bit of them out there, so but I will experiment with Webull and Coinbase a little bit more too, because even though it did fill me on an ask, we'll try again another time, the next stream, and see if I get filled again on the ask with the market order. I'll just go like 50 cents or something, or maybe I'll do it right after I get out of this. So let's see, it's still kind of getting held up in that area. It's got to break through that area to move up to the next level. Is that the profit? Is that the 50 cents of profit after the what you were saying? I'm actually going to try this, guys. I'm going to do this. We're going to put a limit order in at 126.
Oops, 126. I'll go 126.50. We'll do 126.59. That'll be 50 cents. In profit if my limit order gets hit on this. Still a little ways away from that, so it may not quite get up there. At least it may not before. Let's see, what did I put it in at? 126.59. The ask is at 126.49. So if it starts to get some more buying in it, it could hit that ask. It could hit that limit order. We'll see. Still getting held up at the 9 though, right there. Possibly starting to curl over. I don't want it to drop too much more than this. With a good fill, though, you know, that would have been, if you could have got filled in that 124.30 area, you could have got a dollar scalp right there. But my fills were so bad that I'm kind of waiting to see if it's going to have more. But yeah, you can see a little doji star on the 5-minute right there. It usually results in a trend reversal, and you can see that's kind of what's starting to happen, a little trend reversal here. These spreads are hard to get filled on Weevil. Let's see. Oh, you can't drag them down like you can on Thinkorswim. That'd be nice. If I could drag that limit down, that limit order down. So it looks like it's trying to hold up in this 124.90 area. Starting to drop a little bit. But we kind of got this new trend line. If this can hold up as the new trend line there. Yeah, and you can see it is bouncing a little bit off that trend line, so it may come back up here. If that trend line cracks, though, it'll probably come all the way back down to that 123 area, 124 area. Possibly lower. You know, it could be a sell-off time of day. Who knows? This is new, so new to me. So see how Bitcoin. I just want to look at Bitcoin real quick to see what it's looking like. Yeah, Bitcoin's still going sideways. So probably if Bitcoin breaks upwards out of this consolidation, Litecoin will probably get a move up. Yeah, and you can see, look at that. That's perfect. That's a perfect trend line bounce. Nice. Kind of a little doji there, a little bounce off that 24.84 up to like 25, a little 15-cent bounce off the trend line. So this is kind of what I expected, that the stock trading knowledge would kind of transfer over to trading these cryptos somewhat, at least for day trading on small scalps and stuff. And we're seeing that play out in real time. But it's going to depend on your fills. That's going to be the most important thing. So still testing that trend line, though. It did bounce real quickly, but testing it again. See See it on the 5 minute there. That's why you got to test things. You got to test with very little bits of money. So yeah, the trend line's actually cracking a little bit. It may even need to be adjusted. Yeah, because on the 5 minute, the candle corner is actually right there. The bottom is. So let's see. Well, actually, that just opened up below the trend line there. On the 1 minute, it's bouncing off the trend line. On the 5 minute, it's under the trend line. Be kind of more like that on the 5 minute. But I'm gonna keep it the way it is on the 1 minute there. Yeah, so starting to sell off a little bit more here. Yeah, now it's cracked the trend line on both charts, so we can take that off. That trend line failed. Oh yeah, I just gotta press delete. That's right. I keep forgetting that. There we go. So another little sell-off here. Let's see if it can hold up and not drop too low. And I gotta text my wife right quick, guys. So give me just a second. It's possible. I mean, right now, Bitcoin and looks like several other cryptos are having a bit of a sell-off. But what it is right now is you're in this consolidation. That's all it is. It's Bitcoin consolidating sideways. So it'll either break up to that 30,000 or it's going to sell off and drop probably back down to maybe this 27 or maybe 27, 26, something like that. There's a little bit of support there. So it depends on what it does out of this consolidation. If it breaks upwards, then yeah, I would say it'll probably get to 30,000 a night. If it breaks downwards out of it, then no, it's not. It probably won't happen. See, so we're still having a little bit of sell-off, here on Litecoin. But let's see. The ask is at 125.73, so the ask is a little higher. You're excited either way? Well, great, man. I'm excited too. I love learning new things, and like I've been saying throughout the whole stream, this is all new to me, all this crypto trading. And I was just hoping to take my stock market knowledge and transfer it over and see it was possible to make the some day trades and stuff on it, and it looks like it is. I'm just gonna have to figure out the best way to buy and sell, and it may not be for day trading. It may not be crypto, or not crypto, but Webull or Bitcoin. I do like Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, Coinbase. Coinbase, I like. It's got some interesting stuff, but for day trading, it may not be the best thing. And then Webull, I like Webull for swinging and long term for stocks, because it's got the mobile app version of Webull is pretty good, and this is not a bad desktop platform. The only problem I have with Webull on the desktop platform is they don't have free level 2. You have to pay for level 2, which is kind of annoying. But for day trading stocks, I'm sticking with Thinkorswim. Now, eventually, what I'm hoping is Thinkorswim starts trading cryptos, starts allowing crypto trading, because with Thinkorswim's platform, man, it'd be fun. It'd be a lot of fun to trade them with Thinkorswim. But like I said, I might have to go and find another platform for the day trading aspect, because these fills are a little bit tricky. And I may run into the same problem with other platforms. This just may be crypto. Because I'm pretty sure all these cryptos have somewhat of a spread. Yeah, you can see Bitcoin's got about almost $1,000 spread. And see Ethereum, Ethereum's got a $15 spread. And then Litecoin's got this $3 spread. Okay, so maybe this is the trend line. Since we got a bounce from there, let's see if that holds up as the trend line. And give me just a second, guys. I'm going to take another little break while we're waiting for this to see what it's going to do. And we'll give the stream a little bit longer here. And see if we can see a move out of this. If it breaks any lower than this area down here, I'm going to sell these little positions. Well, I may not. I don't know. I didn't buy that much. I only bought $3 on here and $5 on Coinbase. So it's not really going to hurt that much if I hold them. But I was looking to try to make a quick little profit on these scalps. Yeah, hey buddy, how's it going, Mark? It's been a while, buddy. Hadn't seen you in a while. Yeah, I'm finally making the journey into crypto. Happy New Year, buddy. Glad to see you. I'm making the journey into crypto, and I'm inviting everybody to come along with me and learn as I'm learning, because this is all new to me. But yeah, that's what I want to do with these live streams. Like at the beginning of the live stream, we did some research, learning about what crypto is and all that. So every live stream for probably a week or so is probably going to have some research and then some live trading with these little experiments, the little bits of money that I'm using until I figure this completely out. Nice, man. I'm glad. Hey, however you make money, that's all that matters, man. So, if stocks wasn't working out for you and crypto's working out, hey, do what you got to do. I have no problem with that. As far HH. I've not had any issues really with TD on filling my orders. The issues I've had with TD is the damn thing not working every once in a while, like twice a year, you'll have like a week where the fucker just will stop working. Uh, but yeah, I know Charles Schwab bought Thinkorswim, and I am concerned about what they're going to do to that. So until it switches to Charles Schwab's full control and they start making changes, I'm going to stick with Thinkorswim because I do like that platform quite a bit. If they don't change it too much, then I'll stay with it. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. That whole Charles Schwab thing is, like you said, it's been delayed by the Rona. So, Mark, you got over 80 different coins. Nice. Assuming as happy as you sound about it, that you're probably up on a lot of those coins. So, so yeah, we're actually cracking this little trend line here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. See, I'm so used to Thinkorswim. I keep looking for the remove drawing button, and it's just a backspace or delete on Weeble here. He's a coin collector. I Oh, give me a second, guys. I'll show you one of my coins that I just got, a silver coin, because like I was saying earlier in the stream, I have been putting a little bit of money in cryptos, or not crypto. Well, I have put a little money in cryptos, but I've also put some money in gold and silver. So I'm gonna grab one of these. I've got a silver bar and a little silver coin that I'll show you guys. I really like. So I'll be right back. Give me a couple of minutes here. We'll take a look at those and see what happens with this, and then we'll probably call it a night. So stick around for a few more minutes while we compare our coins. Give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back.
All right, I'm back here. So, yeah, man, Mark, you got a whole lot. Your bigger problem is getting out. Yeah. Well, I'm looking into trading those and stuff, but here's some of my silver coins that I bought. I don't know if you guys can see that there. I can put up close. La Muerte. You can see that. See that there. A little skull and whatever. And then this one's really cool. This is a 1 ounce silver bar of the Aztec calendar. See that there? That detail is pretty cool. But, I mean, you can just buy regular bars of silver or coins or whatever, or gold. There's a lot of different interesting things that you can find. Of course, I think Perth Mint is the most respected of the gold and silver mints that make those things. But I like to buy a little bit of everything, and I just thought those looked pretty cool. And they're 100%, well, they're like 0.99999% silver. So if inflation continues, those little babies will go up in a little bit in price. And hopefully my money is more secure than in a fiat currency. Like I said, I like to have silver and gold laying around in case something crazy happens and I could get on a plane or whatever I need to do. Yeah, Mark, I'm getting into all this crypto stuff. Like I said, it's a new journey. I'm gonna continue to do these live streams. I'll figure out what a consistent time is that I can do them. Just like the day trading stocks in the morning, you know, that's pretty consistent. I'm usually on the same time every morning, so I'll try to figure out a way to get the crypto at the same time. But for today, because it was New Year's, I figured earlier in the day everybody was hungover still. But during the middle of the day, people would probably be bored and be on YouTube or wherever. So I figured it'd be a great day to start this whole crypto journey. And once again, I appreciate everybody who's joined me. But yeah, Mark, I'm sure I'll definitely be hitting you up. But all right, guys, I'm gonna count these little bits of buys that I bought. I'm gonna count this as a fail. I'm gonna count them as losses, even though I'm not gonna sell them at this point, because they're still just kind of consolidating sideways. But I'm gonna count them as losses because they were meant to be day trading scalps, and I've not got hit on my fill orders or with the price where I want them to be. So we'll just say that fell on the first day. That's all right. It's all part of the learning process, but that's why you only experiment with little bits of money, so you're not risking very much to figure this out. And my phone's going off. So you guys, Happy New Year's to everybody. Thank you for joining me. As always, we will be back Monday with the day trading stocks in the morning near market open, somewhere around that time. You guys have a great rest of your night. Have a nice weekend. Stay safe out there. Until next time.